There is some new video this morning of an attack on ISIS fighters in Afghanistan. The U.S. Defense Department released some video of the explosion from what's known as the mother of all bombs. The largest conventional weapon in the U.S. military destroyed caves and ammunition in a remote part of Afghanistan. This is right on the Pakistan border. 36 ISIS fighters were killed in this strike. The Afghan Ministry of Defense says there were no civilian casualties. This bomb has the explosive power of 11 tons of dynamite and also has a blast radius of 1 mile.
So is using that bomb a message to, I don't know, certain dictators? Maybe. Good morning to Dr. Geoffrey Wawro, director of the University of North Texas Military History Center. Sorry, it's a guy thing. I'm fascinated by the power of this thing. How big is it compared to what we would typically drop on a battlefield?
Well, I mean, it's the single biggest non-nuclear bomb we have, but put it in some kind of comparison, you know, President Obama used B-52 strikes in Afghanistan last year against, you know, entrenched enemy, with a much bigger yield.
Right. And
you could send a couple of B-2s with JDAMs, fully loaded with JDAMs, and have a bigger yield. But for a single bomb, this is the one, and they chose this cave and tunnel complex, because this munition would collapse the whole structure.
And beyond collapsing the structure, its intent is to kill bad guys. And it literally does that not just with the concussive, the explosive force, but by sucking the oxygen away from the explosive scene.
Yeah, I mean, you come down and it's an air blast weapon, so it descends and then it, as you say, it sucks all the oxygen out and then releases explosives that then have a sort of secondary explosion that has a blast radius of 1 mile, so everything in 1 mile in every direction is eliminated, and then the concussion destroys everything underground as well. And it's not ideal against, say, a missile silo,
right,
but it's perfect against this kind of a cave structure.
Right, and against personnel, obviously. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about whether this is a message, because immediately my thought was, and then I started thinking about it, and I thought, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Is this a message to North Korea? Would this be an appropriate weapon against North Korea's nuclear weapons program, for example?
Well, there's a bigger weapon with a 15-ton yield of high explosive, the MOP, the MOP, you know, the massive ordnance penetrator that's designed specifically to hit underground silos and concreted installations. So that would be the weapon of choice. You know, the delivery is problematic because it has to be dropped out of a C-130 Hercules on a pallet. And
that's a slow-moving 4-engine prop plane,
yeah,
and you don't want to be flying that over a place like North Korea or Iran, for example.
Right, because if you're attacking, you know, on the border of the tribal areas in Pakistan, in northeastern Afghanistan, it's not a problem. The air defenses are nothing. But if you're in that region, it's entirely different.
Right.
So
you'd get shot down.
Yeah.
Your C-130 would get shot down over North Korea.
Yeah, but we do have bunker buster ordnance that would be useful. It's still a question. It's open to debate whether or not this was a you know, sending signals to the North Koreans and the Iranians, or simply the right bomb for the right place.
Right, right bomb for the right place. But nonetheless, it certainly does send a message about the willingness of the United States to use force. I mean, this made a statement.
Oh, absolutely. You know, there's some question about whether or not this really, you know, moves the ball a great deal, because we're talking about maybe 600 to 800 ISIS fighters in that part of Afghanistan. We maybe killed 36 of them, according to post-bomb assessments. But, you know, the idea being that the U.S. is all in the struggle against ISIS wherever it appears, and so, you know, this is the reason for the decision.
Is this the type of weapon, when the president was asked about it the other day, did you approve the use of this weapon? He was kind of vague on that. He basically said, I've told the military, do what you need to do. I've let go of the leash.
Yeah, no, it's pretty clear that he didn't authorize it specifically, that he had devolved a lot of the power for these kind of strikes to the Pentagon, and they made the decision based on what they needed to do there.
Is that a change in policy?
Oh yeah, and, you know, President Barack Obama pursued much more like the Lyndon Johnson policy in Vietnam, carefully calibrating every strike, being very wary of the political implications and the possibilities of escalation, and President Trump seems far less concerned about that.
Okay, very good. Dr. Wawro, thanks very much.
Thank you,
We
Tim.
appreciate it.